These rocky shores where I call home, where my heart longs to be. Whenever I roam, it's these rocky shores, it's where I long to be. Yes, it's these rocky shores, they are home to me.
Whenever I leave here, it hurts me so, with tears in my eyes, why to go? There ain't no work, and the kids need new clothes, the bills need paying, so off I must go.
These rocky shores where I call home, where my heart longs to be. Whenever I roam, yes, these rocky shores is where I long to be. Yes, these rocky shores, they're home to me.
Where did it all go? The life I once had on the ocean's gentle road. With tears in my eyes and my head in my hands, away from my family, I hope they understand.
That is these rocky shores where I call home, that's where my heart longs to be. Whenever I roam, it's these rocky shores where I long to be. Yes, these rocky shores, they are home to me. Yes, these rocky shores, they are home to me.
Good evening and welcome to This Week in Review. Tonight's stories include: we paid a visit to the Sandbanks Park project. School reopens on Tuesday, September the 7th. We took a ride around town looking at the flower gardens. These stories plus community events, the VBS Playbill, Off the Rack and more coming up after this.
In 1980, Terry Fox had a dream to run across Canada to raise money for cancer research. He averaged a marathon a day for 143 days. Terry was forced to stop due to the return of cancer. He died in 1981. Today, the Terry Fox Run attracts over 1 million participants of all ages at an estimated 5,000 run sites in 50 countries. Over $220 million has been raised. This year, we invite you to go the distance for cancer research.
On Tuesday of this week, we paid another visit to the Sandbanks project to see how the work was coming along. The project is coming along on schedule. The last time we visited, the workers had just started the boardwalk to the top of Greatbeard Hill. This boardwalk has since been completed to this point. One group of workers were finishing up the last landing before going onto the natural walking trail to the top of the hill. The trail to the hilltop will be mostly a natural trail with a couple of exceptions. Where the trail becomes quite wet, boardwalks have been constructed over these areas. Once you reach the top of Breathtaking Boardwalk, as the workers like to call it for obvious reasons, a set of steps takes you to the top. The view is magnificent and breathtaking. There is a place to sit and catch your breath before you start the walk back. The workers on the project didn't lie when they said it was worth the walk. As one member of the crew puts it, why buy a Stairmaster when you can come here and get a workout for free? In this area will be a natural walking trail and in some places boardwalks. Also in this area, the workers are busy cutting brush for the trails and in preparation to build the bridge across Greasy Brook. We thank the Sandbanks crew for allowing us to come and see the wonderful work being done to our park. On Tuesday, September the 7th, school reopens. These are considered dirty words by some students. Nevertheless, if you're ready or not, the big day will come, much to the delight of many parents. These always will be filled with noisy students eager to tell teacher all about their summer adventure. This classroom will be filled with students that may be a little nervous, not knowing quite what to expect. On the other hand, this room will have an air of excitement about it. The students who can't wait to get their books and to claim ownership to a storage container that will hold all their new treasures. The janitors were busy making the school clean for the new school year. The always are sparkling clean and shiny enough to see your face in. At the high school, these halls will be filled with students that are not quite so happy to have the summer come to an end. One of these classrooms will have students who will be trying to enjoy their last year as students at St. John's Central High. These students will also have the privilege to get to know their new principal. Rick McDonald, the janitor, was busy cleaning the hallways and making the floors shine before the school starts. However the students feel about going back to school, we hope they have a very successful year. Stay tuned for more of This Week in Review coming up after this.
Just the thought of losing you brings out my love so true. Hurting you is the last thing I would ever do. I'm taking care of you.
Do a good turn for the earth. A community service thought from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
As you may have noticed, the new playground equipment has arrived, and the children seem to be enjoying it very much. It certainly is very colorful. The council has dumped fill around the bottom of the equipment so the children wouldn't hurt themselves when they slide, climb, and swing from the play center. I think we can surely boast that we have one of the best playgrounds in the region for our children to enjoy. Many thanks to the town council for a job well done. On Wednesday of this week, we took our cameras around town to look at some of our residents' flowers. We spoke to a few of the owners and asked, "Why do you enjoy this hobby so much?" Some of the answers were, "We always had a flower garden when I was growing up, and I really enjoy flowers myself, so it was just natural that I have flowers." Another stated that for her it was very therapeutic to work out in her garden. One of the older ladies called it a labor of love. It seems to us these ladies do it for the love of the beauty that these flowers bring to the world. We would like to thank all of them for allowing us to come and take a look at their creations. Now here's a short video so you can enjoy more of these beautiful flowers. Weeks, we have received a number of videos on a variety of topics, including "It's up on cold sores" and "Is your kitchen making you sick?" We would like to share these with you now, and we hope you find them very informative.
Since he was a kid, Tom Delaney has dealt with cold sores.
And they always felt like they stuck out like a headlight. You were always much more conscious of it than most people, other people were.
Getting a lot better.
And cold sores have cropped up on Karen Phillips' lips for most of her 38 years, usually at the worst times.
Sometimes when your mouth is broken out, people ask questions like, "What's wrong with your lip?"
The culprit is a chickenpox-like virus called herpes simplex 1. Once you get it, it stays in your body.
Generally, it occurs for the first time in childhood or adolescence and perhaps in young adulthood. That's the initial attack. And then the virus remains dormant. It could be for weeks or years.
Several things can make cold sores pop up: stress, fever, illness, fatigue, and menstruation. For Tom, sunlight is the enemy.
I've noticed in the past that I get them from being out in the sun too much.
To prevent spreading them, avoid touching the sore, don't kiss anyone, and wash your hands before touching your eyes or genitals.
It comes back in the same location at the same spot
over and over again.
The bad news is most sores last up to about 10 days, and some people can get them up to 10 times a year. The good news, there are over-the-counter medications to treat the pain. This kitchen looks clean, but there could be disease lurking here, or here, or here.
Your kitchen can make you sick if you don't keep your kitchen clean.
Carol Mitchell is a food safety expert who recommends you start with your refrigerator. Is it set to 40 degrees or less? If not, that's bad.
Between 40 and 140 degrees. That is called the temperature danger zone. So we want to keep our food out of that zone as much as possible.
Do you wash up like this? A quick rinse and a cloth towel? If so, think again. If you use soap and a paper towel, good for you.
Paper towels are very good because no one else has touched them before you.
Are your kitchen sponges 2 weeks old? If so, wrong answer. Replace them every 2 weeks. When you make cookies, do you taste the batter? That's a no-no. Remember, there's a raw egg in there.
If you insist on sharing the raw cookie batter with your family, you need to use pasteurized eggs in your recipes.
Finally, do you store whole pots of leftovers? That's not good. Instead, divide it into shallow containers for better cooling. That way, you won't have to worry about what's going on in the fridge after the lights go out.
Stay with us for Off the Rack, the community events, and the BBS Playbill, all after this.
As people grow up, they learn about their own little pieces of the world. They understand the world according to their own history and culture. But if people study in another part of the world, their perceptions change. That's why Rotary sponsors international scholarship and exchange programs to help people see the big picture.
Off the Rack. Last week on Off the Rack, we showed you some video that was taken quite a few years ago. This week we decided to show more from the video. We hope you enjoy it.
I walked in the darkness where the love was once told. Now it seems like a long time since they all moved away. It must have been hard to just walk away. Time and tide waits for no one. Time and tide carries on. And only our memories remain now as the time and tide carries on. As I steer up the hill where our family once lived, past the old schoolhouse, past the old Johnson shed, there stood a little church with a tower so tall, now laid its stone to remind us all that time and tide waits for no man. Time and tide carries on. Only our memories remain now as the time and tide carries on. The grass now grows where the houses once were. It brings back old memories as my emotions are stirred. Those memories I have now are fading away. I think of old times as I slowly walk away. For time and tide waits for no man. Time and tide carries on. And only our memories remain now as the time and tide carries on.
Good evening and welcome to the community events segment of tonight's broadcast. I'm Jennifer Marks. The Terry Fox Run is scheduled for Sunday, September 19th. Pledge sheets are available at the bank, in some stores around town, at the school, and from Ruth Tucker. There are t-shirts available in different colors, sizes, and prices, ranging from $7 to $15. There are buttons available for $1. For more information or to see the t-shirts, call Ruth at 886-2786. There will be a Wall of Hope again this year, and there will be more details later. With your help, cancer can be beaten. Anyone needing more information on the orientation to trades and technology programs may contact the Women in Resource Development Committee, Juanita Fraser, at 432 Massachusetts Drive, P.O. Box 5400, Stephenville, Newfoundland, I2N 2Z6, or phone 709-643-7905, or fax 709-634-5407. BBS is now accepting bookings for the upcoming bingo season, September 99 to August 2000. Each group may make 2 bookings at this time. Call Marie at 886-2935 to book your TV bingo, but book early for the best dates. If your group or organization has an upcoming event plan, we will be happy to broadcast it for you. Just call the BBS office by Wednesday of each week to have items included in this portion of our broadcast. That concludes the community event segment of tonight's broadcast. See you next week.
And I'll be here again next week with This Week in Review. For This Week in Review, I'm Marie Rose. Good night.